I would go to a pray battle just to check it out at least once. It would at least once,
A prayer battle, like a cipher.
Yep, cipher. Do they put on like gospel beats, or do they just go a cappella prayers?
I think they have the choir.
By the way, one day we should do a Sister Act 2. Me and Roger had this conversation. I don't know if you've ever watched Sister Act 2, but the end doesn't really make sense for the movie. Like, it's no way that they're going to win the movie. They've stuck the whole movie, but yet they come out and do a whole new routine that never practiced, that we've never seen it before, and they end up winning. And that makes me think about like all those weird little nuances that used to be in the movies when you would put churches, when churches would be a part of the storyline, it would always be like this, like, I don't know, weirdly fabricated, I guess, part. Even though church is actually, here is something interesting. Not to jump subject. Somebody just overtook the Catholic Church for the most lawsuits for sexual assault against a minor. And guess who it was?
Who?
The Boy Scouts.
Oh,
so apparently, the Boy Scouts are going bankrupt because they just had like 85,000 suits connected to sexual assault versus a minor, jumping above the Catholic Church enterprise. they just took the number one spot.
Took the number one spot.
I think that all the controversy around what's happened with the church and Boy Scouts has forever tarnished me for anyone, specifically men who are just very eager to interact with children. Like, you just cannot be too eager. It's got to be something put upon you. You can't love to do it. It just rubs you the wrong way now.
Yeah, 100. And I went to.
If you ever go to interview for the Boy Scouts, just pretend you do not want the job.
Yeah, pretend it's your last option.
Yeah, just here.
They drag you in.
My parole officer said I needed something.
No. No. More of you just come in like, the secretary drags you in, you're screaming, you're pushing, you're pulling. You just
Boy Scouts. Fuck the Boy Scouts. I'm never working for the Boy Scouts. And he ends up being like the best Boy Scout leader of all time. That's a reasonable journey. Not a like my whole life I wanted to be a Boy Scout leader. I begged my mom not to put me in a Boy Scout. That shit just never. 92,000. Sorry, since I'm looking it up now.
All that stuff take up too much of your time. I know when my daughter approached me about Girl Scouts, I was like, I'm not even finna deal with no cookies, so you could just check that off your list. Me and you not going, I ain't selling nothing like that. All of that, I'm not riding around with that stuff in the back of my car trying to figure out how that's never happened.
Well, how's she supposed to learn the art of business and
you figure it out some other way. But it does not involve my Saturdays and or any of my other free time hauling around cookies or standing out somewhere. You get your leadership skills from something else. I don't know what to tell you. I can't.
To me, I think the Girl Scouts and the Boy Scouts, the Girl Scouts and Boy Scouts remind me of like an earlier version of like Mary Kay. It's like, to me, it's like one of those fundamental, like, yes, you're giving something, but it's kind of like one of the things you have to like pay to be a part of, but you're still selling stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know what the Girl Scouts do other than sell cookies. I know they do a bunch of stuff.
They do a bunch of stuff.
I know they do a bunch of stuff.
They do a lot.
Can that be the podcast? What do the Girl Scouts do? Boy Scouts
it's a Google search.
We should have like a Girl Scout person as a guest. So how about we table that. We bring them up one time. We get us
bring them up. What do y'all do?
We get a good guest. Tell us more. Why should we invest?
Is this Shark Tank? Yeah.
Yes. I'm out. Wait a second. How many boys are in this group? I'm out. Wonderful. I'll just piss them all off. There is nothing there that I like. Nothing. One thing. I'm out.
Oh, dang. All right.
Oh, yeah. I definitely want to do one. We got to get some Girl Scouts and Boy Scouts. Because I was like you, Antoine. When I was younger, I never liked the uniform, so that was the first. Right? I'm like, I'm not ever wearing that uniform.
I did do
ever.
Cub Scouts in my youth. For a little bit. I was in Cub Scouts for a little
What's
bit.
the difference? Because you're really young. What's the difference?
I think it was because I was young. Yeah, I was too young for Boy Scouts. It was like before that.
Yes.
So you got saved. Is what you're saying.
No, it's like toddlers playing soccer. Like there's no real investment in it. You just do it as a thing. It's not going to take up too much of your time, whatever. Versus your kid playing soccer in high school. You got to be at all the games. You got to, pick them up late after practice. That impacts your life. But Cub Scouts and toddler sports, I'm down for that because it just doesn't take that much. doesn't require that much of you. Excuse me, doesn't require that much of your time. Go on.
Welcome to the Can't Tell Us Nothing show. You listen to Can't Tell Us Nothing show. This is a show where we take opinions, discussions, topics, turn it into improv scenes on the spot. Today we're talking about how organizations impact our lives, but not just any organization. These are specific types. We're talking about the church. We're talking about Girl Scouts. We're talking about Boy Scouts. We're talking about Mary Kay. These types. What are those things even called? Are they just like clubs or
organizations? I think
organization.
Organization is a very broad term, but might be the best term.
Yeah,
you think
it gets everything in, right? Yeah,
I think we like organizations. Organizations give us security, gives us something to launch off our ideas, and I think some people understand that, and some people develop organizations that take advantage of people, like pyramid schemes, right? Like they'll start as an organizational, very communal, very, here's the structure, but you really in the back of your mind always feel like they're misusing this organization, but maybe I might make some money out. Maybe this wish might come true, right?
That actually reminds me of when I was a kid in art class. I was through a process, and partially through it, I realized I was getting scammed. I forget how. I submitted my art to some sort of organization. They seemed to like it. Like, hey, we like your piece. Can you write up a thing? Can you, we'll enter into a competition, send us money. And I forget like how far I got into this process. But I remember somewhere along the way, I was like, this piece is not that good. Like, there's no way that this is going to stand in some sort of competition. They're just telling me,
No, I was about to say, that's where we begin not to trust. That's where we lose our trust in mankind. As a child, you think people are saying all of these good things, and it's really true. And then it dawns on you somewhere in that process, wait a minute, this isn't genuine. That's sad.
It's a weird moment in life when you realize people can and will be deceitful if the opportunity is there.
Even the children, even the
young people.
I mean, especially the young people. They're so gullible, right?
But to deceive you by making you think that there's something good about you is horrible. Like if you just like trick me out of my money because I didn't think fast enough, I'm like, dang it, I didn't think fast enough. Somebody's like, oh, your skin is so beautiful. What do you use? And you're like, oh yeah, thanks. And then they're like, let me show you my Mary Kay products. I'm selling this line. I was like, wait a minute, you just did that to do? Oh, that wasn't right. You made me feel good, and then now you're making me feel bad and inadequate. That's not cool. I don't like that.
It's not, man. It's like something again. It's like anti group, right? Like you're not supposed to make your group, worse or be taking from your group mates, right? But yet it's an easy way to do with that, right? Like it's you get people in a group. I've heard of a herd mentality, right? You're in a big group. You kind of like lend your logic or your thoughts to the group mind. I remember watching something on like cults. Like I'm fascinated by how somebody can like get wrapped up in a cult. They always get familiarity in group and family, like they try to like throw that stuff at you to make you feel like you're connected to something. And then next thing you know, nobody's heard from you in years, right? Like you know, so I'm fascinated by that, right? Like, and I think cults went over everyone. Like they're not just, you know, I don't think like you're stupid if you fall in a cult. I think it's like timing, you know, emotions.
What
You know,
if you real
context,
vulnerable? You going through something.
yeah.
I'll never forget. And not that I was gonna get into a cult or anything, but I was.
Remember the time we almost got me? That's hilarious.
I had to go to when I went to college. They had these they called them freshman trips. So you go on these different things, either hiking or kayaking or whatever. You do this thing for about like a week or 5 days, and then like before school starts. And so I went for the trip. So my mother didn't come with me. My parents didn't come with me to college. So once the trip was over, my mother said, okay, I'll fly up and then we'll get you settled in, whatever. So I was standing outside of wherever the bus drops off for people coming from the airport. And this is on the college campus. And I'm standing there waiting for it, and I'm all hopeful. And so this lady comes up and she's talking to me, and, you know, and then she's talking, you know, like religion, whatever. So I'm excited about meeting my mother. So I got all of these emotions, and she's like, yeah, do you think this? And I was like, oh yeah, you know, and I'm just talking to her, and she's like, well, you know, maybe we can just come over and meet. And I was like, no, I'm waiting for my mom right now, whatever. Turns out it was like the Scientologist. And then I just remember like she was all happy because I was smiling and talking to her and responsive. As soon as my mom got off that bus, I ran like I wasn't talking to nobody. I just left that lady standing right there in the dust, and I just dealt with what I was going to deal with. But I'm just thinking, you know, like, what if my mother hadn't gotten off that bus? What if something happened and I was down and panicked? And this lady said, you know, this church can really help. I mean, you know, I see this kind of thing happening with you. What if that happened, right? What if?
How did you realize she was part of Scientology?
I think I looked at the paper that she gave me, like later on, and then I was like, Scientology. And then I had to, you know, it was probably like sometime later once I really realized what it was. Probably like I got to grad school, and then I was like, oh, that's what they were talking to me, and they wanted me to do that. No,
yeah, you felt offended, man. I've had people do that where not the same exact example, but I hate when someone like showing you that false empathy to try to get you, you know, and when you notice that, it's like just the worst taste in your mouth. You know, like you can have a flat tire, so it's like, oh, let me help you. And after they get done, they're like, have you heard of the Book of Mormon? You're like, oh, man, take this tire. Take this tire. Get out of there. Get out of here. I don't even want this tire no more. You know what I mean?
I know exactly what you mean.
I don't want this tire anymore. Undo the work. Stop.
Yep.
Yeah. Stop. Get back in the truck, go on. I don't need that, you know.
Yeah, man. I always figure if the thing you're doing is so great, you don't have to convince me to be a part of it. I should see you doing it, living it, whatever it is, and be like, dang it, I want to be that, because this is absolutely fantastic. I see how their life is going. This can work for me. To me, those are the best salespeople. Trying to, you know, come at me and tell me about how this is going to improve my life, and when you don't even know my life, or you don't know anything about me. I was like, that wastes time as far as I'm concerned. Show me the thing. Let me see it. And if I believe it, I'll buy it. It's always been
I was watching a DMX interview. He talked about how he was tricked into crack.
Oh.
And I've always wondered, like, how does somebody get hooked on a drug or the drugs that we all know how it ends, right? Like, you know how heroin ends. You know, no one's ever won a Nobel Peace Prize doing crack, heroin, or meth, right? You know how that ends. But yet people still gravitate to it. And he said that someone gave it to him and he didn't know what it was. He wasn't even thinking about it, right? And it was able to take his mind off of everything that he was going through. Like he just did like a robbery or something, and he thought he was smoking a joint, and it was crack. And I was thinking to myself, kind of like what you just said, a real good product, you don't really need to sell, right? like if somebody was like, hey, if you're a Scientologist and you're like, you know what, man, go ahead, man. Just get some of that water over there, man. You look hot and you drink that water and then you're like, oh my God, right? Scientology water, you know? Like, can I have some more of this? Of course. I didn't want to ask you. You have to
we cut to Tandy's front lawn. Well, hey neighbor, just mowing your lawn here. Saw it was a little high. Just got this new mower. Thought I'd try it out on your lawn. I hope you don't mind.
No, I'm new to the neighborhood. Hi, how are you? I'm Tandy.
Hey Tandy.
Hey.
My name is Jim.
All right, Jim.
Yeah. I live right across the street. You see my house
nice
there, all
house.
shiny. Yeah.
Nice
Just
house.
cleaned it this morning. I gotta tell you, Tandy.
Uh-huh.
Ever since I started doing crack cocaine, I felt like I've had endless energy and been extra productive. Anyway, I'll let you get back to your business.
Jim, right. Whoa, Jim. Hey, you just started doing it, huh? You not? Or I'm sorry. Yeah, because most people don't advertise that, Jim. As a matter of fact, it now worries me that you're cutting my lawn. You should probably be focused on getting yourself some help because that's not good.
I got all the help I need. I'm just helping you out, neighbor. Let me get these corners and I'll get out of your way.
Hey, Jim, do you have a family or anybody you can talk to, or maybe it's somebody I can call for you? I don't know.
But of course, no. I have my wife Chelsea. I got 2 daughters. I got 3 dogs and 1 cat, and they're all obedient. Anyway, I gotta go.
Jim, I know you're not gonna like this. And I know for whatever reason you're thinking that this crack is helpful right now. But I just want to let you know the outcome, the end of this thing is not good, Jim.
Have you done it? Are you familiar?
No, I'm not familiar, but I'm not personally. But
would you like to try some?
Hey, Jim, I
have extra.
Jim, I'm so no, Jim. I don't know.
Anyway, sleep on it. Okay, I'm not here to force anything on you. All right, I just want to help out a neighbor.
Oh, wow. Okay.
We cut to the bedroom that night with her husband. Hey, babe, I got horrible news.
What's going on?
The boss said I got one more strike. If I keep falling asleep at work, it's over.
Oh, I don't know what to tell you. We've been to all the doctors. We've done everything we can to find out why you keep falling asleep like that, why you can't stay awake.
You know, the yard looks real nice out there.
Oh, yeah, our neighbor, Jim. God, I got to tell you about him, that guy. Yeah, he came over. He was cutting the lawn. I was trying to talk to him. But
yeah. I talked to him, too.
Oh, I hope you talk some sense into him. Did he tell you that he's on crack?
That's what I wanted to talk to you about, baby. He told me that it'd help me out at work if I was to try it. Now, we didn't try everything. We didn't try try yoga. We didn't try ginseng. We didn't try being gay. It's not working. All right. I need to try something a little bit more potent. This job, I got a few more years.
No, Frank. I don't know if you know this, but the end is not good. I know that guy, Jim, seemed like he had a lot of energy. He seemed real efficient and on top of his game, but the ending is terrible. He just got started. He doesn't know what's going to happen. And now what are you doing to us?
I'm trying to, you talked about wanting to go to the Bahamas. We almost paid that trip off, but if I get fired, baby, we can't take that trip to the Bahamas. And I want my Mai Tais. I want to wear my shirt open. I want them to see my chest. I don't want to be at home watching Jim have all of this fun with his obedient family and all of this energy. Right now, he's outside playing the ukulele, baby. It's almost like he's talking straight to me.
Are you hallucinating? Or have you started taking the crack?
He gave me a little bit. All right.
Oh,
It was just a little bit.
I
Don't
don't
worry
know.
about it.
We cut to Tandy at work the next day. Hey Tandy, you're a couple minutes late, but I don't think we need you today.
Huh? You don't
Yeah.
need.
No. A few of us got here a little bit early, and
No.
we've taken care of all the patients. We've painted the whole hospital again.
What's going
Uh,
on? You taking care of what's happening? How do you mean you took care of everybody? And you painted the hospital?
We just have a lot of energy. So, we don't start talking crack. So.
The whole unit is on crack.
Yeah. So if you want to go home, that's fine. I don't know if you fit in around here.
I can fit in. I just do a regular job. Do you guys know how this ends? Of course you have to know how. You're nurses. You know how this ends. What are you doing?
We cut to Tandy driving home, getting home early, seeing her neighbor. Oh, hey, Tandy. Oh, yeah, just checking my mail. Got a letter from the Nobel Peace Prize Committee. Apparently, they really liked how my ukulele can make crops grow. I was just strumming. I found some sort of chord progression that seems to make the crops like and grow and be nice and plump. Gonna cure world hunger. Anyway, I gotta go.
This okay? Maybe it's me. Maybe I'm stuck with these old ideas of what crack did to you. Maybe it is doing something different now. Maybe people are more productive. Maybe it's a new strain. Probably shouldn't be so hard on everybody now. I'm the one that's slacking. I'm about to lose my job. My husband he's got 2 or 3 jobs. He's just full of energy and making plenty of money. Maybe I should try something to help improve my life. Everybody else is doing so great.
Mom?
Oh, hey, babe, I didn't know you were in the back seat.
Yeah. I ran in the gym when I came home from school, and I've just been back here trying to figure out what this stuff is, and I was wondering if you would let me stay up and watch some Rick and Morty tonight.
Babe, this feels so wrong, but what can it hurt?
And scene.
This is terrible. You set the whole dare anti-drug that scene just set the whole thing back.